Hello, I'm Tom Bullock from Who Marketing, and today I want to talk about link building in 2016. So this is a topic that I get asked about a lot. I've worked both in-house and from agency side. I'm going to talk for a few tactics and strategies that you can try. Really, I want you to go for the tactics that are future-proof and will not damage your site at any point. The first one I want to talk about are guest posts. Now I know this has had a massive shadow around it, but I think people had a massive misunderstanding. Guest posts are not dead. Guest posts are very much thriving. It's just that the weak guest posts, it's about relevancy. I get contacted regularly by gambling sites that want to leave a guest post on my site with no relevancy to mine, and it's just a 300-word blog post with 3 keyword-rich exact match anchor text links in there. You can tell that's a bad strategy straight off the bat. If you took away that link, would that blog post still be worth value? If you weren't going to get any link juice from it, could you still get traffic through to your site? If the answer is no, then you probably want to look elsewhere. An example I can think of is for my travel blog, spaghettitravel.com. I managed to get a guest post on a massive travel company site. Whether that brought me link juice or not, obviously it will, but the fact is it brought me 300 visits within that month. That brings external values, that brings upward values to my site. The second tactic I want to discuss are link bait and listicles. So these are another tactic that have been used before, maybe done to death, but they still work. So the value here is not about just creating a 10 greatest places to see. I'm talking about link bait, so you're building up someone's ego and doing a full-on list and going the extra mile. So whether that's an awards evening where you invite out a number of bloggers to an event, whether you do 100 of the greatest or 50 of the greatest, not the top 10, and you have actual awards, a trophy to give to them, something for them to take home, and something more than just a badge on their site, then it will bring much more value. They'll have photos to share on social, they'll take it a lot more seriously, and it is a lot more likely to be picked up as well. I've recently done this as a tactic, and I did a top 100 for a client, and with that client we managed to get 30 linking domains, all from powerful sites, as well as 9,000 social shares. So it shows the value you can get. The third tactic I want to discuss is testimonials. Now I'm sure you've worked with a number of companies that would be happy if you were to give a testimonial. I'm not talking about a small company, but any brand you've worked with, whether it be a supplier or any company that you've used their service of. So for example, even in marketing, I've used a number of tools and I'm happy to give a testimonial if I found it to be incredibly useful. And they're often happy to get someone in marketing to sing their praise. So it's a win-win situation. They get some great praise and value on their site, and you get a link back to your site. The fourth topic is a massive one in itself, so I won't go too deep into it, but it's PR. Now, PR and link building have been very separate back in the day, but they've merged so much in recent times, so that they're completely blended into one now. I've always tried going for the big pieces, the Metro, the Guardian, the big pieces, but often you still find the old school link builders have that automatic, but they see it as a separate entity. It is not. You need to be going for those big ones. You have two different types of PR. You've got reactive and proactive. Reactive, you can find case study examples. So I often push myself forward as a spokesman or as a case study within all different industries. And I've been a spokesman for almost anything you can imagine. I'm happy to be a case study if a journalist needs it, because this will work for them, it's exactly what they require, and they are happy to give a link back in return, or at least a brand mention. So we all know now that Google does value brand mentions, but obviously we'd all love a link. This tactic works. This is probably my best value link building tactic at the moment. The proactive one is, as you can imagine, creating a proper press release. What I will quickly highlight here though is not to push these out to press release news sites which have just been spammed to hell. You need to do proper research. I would recommend a tool such as Gorkana to find journalist details. Gorkana I've had real value from. They also put up examples of journalists looking for case studies as well. However, I find this is a great way to find real details in a journalist to find exactly who you need to be targeting. The fifth tactic I want to bring up is monitoring new competitive backlinks. So back in the day, everyone used to look at the competitive backlinks and use that as an opportunity to easily find a good link. Now I think 90% of your competitors' backlinks are probably either rubbish or have been disavowed, but you can't tell that. So you need to assume that anything historically might not be great. What I actually recommend going for is something like Fresh Web Explorer. It's brilliant. So I've used Fresh Web Explorer and a number of other relevant tools. to help find mentions of where your brand has been mentioned or other brands or other key terms. An example I'll give is Fresh Web Explorer. I had a massive client and I put in their brand name and all variations of it, and what I would do is once a month I would go through, collect all the mentions of us and send a quick email just asking if they wouldn't mind linking to us. This gained us 50 linking domains every month, which is incredibly powerful, and these were not small sites. There were a couple of small blogs, but a lot of them were newspapers which were willing to give us a link once we requested. So they were big sites, big powerful domains. When marching new competitor backlinks, it's a great way to find anywhere they've just been linked from. And you can also find what campaigns they're trying to run. You can kind of jump on the back of it, see if you can make your own mix, own version of it. This is, I think, a great idea if you're trying to if you've hit a brick wall. It's a great way to find new ideas, new strategies. I've done it. I've stolen ideas from competitors. It works. Why not? I hope you found this all useful. Let me know if you've got any other suggestions for anyone else out there. I'd love to hear them all. Catch you all soon.